Zydeco Online.
In the memory of the late great Mr. Boo Chambers.
And once again, Zydeco Nation, is that time to come together and explore the contemporary and traditional music and culture of Southwest Louisiana and Texas. Welcome to the Zydeco Workout. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Mardi Gras season. Celebrate Mardi Gras right here on the Zydeco Workout.
Alone ride bon temps and wine bon temps to la nuit. I never did wine bon temps. Alone wine bon temps. Oh, we gonna have a good time at the Mardi Gras, y'all. Bon temps, bon temps. Tole, tole, Mardi Gras. Tole, tole, Mardi Gras. Tole, tole, Mardi Gras. Tole, tole, Mardi Gras. Alone wine bon temps. Tole, tole, Mardi Gras. And wine bon temps to la nuit. Tole, tole, Mardi Gras. I never seen wine bon temps. Tole, tole, Mardi Gras. Alone wine bon temps. Tole, tole, Mardi Gras. We go to the Mardi Gras. Here we go. Hey, Camouche. You got to get it, boy. Run it in the bucket. Look at that. Tole, tole, Mardi Gras. Tole, tole, Mardi Gras. Tole, tole, Mardi Gras. Tole, tole, Mardi Gras. Alone wine bon temps. Tole, tole, Mardi Gras. And wine bon temps to la nuit. Tole, tole, Mardi Gras. I never did wine bon temps. Tole, tole, Mardi Gras. Alone wine bon temps. Tole, tole, Mardi Gras. Come on.
Yes, indeed, taking you to the Mardi Gras. It's your Zydeco Lady, Lola Love, right here on the Zydeco Workout, 90.1 FM, KZSU Stanford. And ladies and gentlemen, we do have a short show due to sports, so unfortunately, y'all. But you know what? Catch us on ZydecoWorkout.com and ZydecoEvents.org. We are a project of the Zydeco Historical and Preservation Society. Yes, indeed.
Oh, bring it back now. Ain't nothing like a Mardi Gras party.
You are listening to the absolute and sizzling hot sounds of the Zydeco Workout featuring Lola Love, uniting the Zydeco Nation.
Mardi Gras morning, coming down in once again. Toto, the Mardi Gras, Toto. All them Creoles dressed in costume, just can't wait till it all begins. It's gonna be a party where everybody is somebody. Toto, the Mardi Gras, Toto. We're gonna get a wild and on a different kind of way. 'Cause tomorrow we take dinner. That's the party days. Toto, we on Mardi Gras, Toto, calling around. We on Mardi Gras, Toto, when they run, when they run, oh, they run, oh, when they run, when they run, when they run, oh, they run, when they run, when they run.
Welcome to the Zydeco Workout, everyone. It's your Zydeco Lady, Lola Love. And we do have a short show due to sports this afternoon. And I will give you a preview of an interview with the Black Professional Cowboys and Cowgirls Association, all here on the Zydeco Workout. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, y'all. I'm Lynn August, your conductor. You're about to take a ride on the Creole train. Hey, twat.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your Zydeco Lady, Lola Love, and this is the Zydeco Workout. And on today's program, we have a special guest. His name is Mr. Dwight Judge. He is the founder of the Black Professional Cowboys and Cowgirls Association. Welcome to the program, Mr. Judge.
Hey, Lola, thanks for having me.
Now, please tell us about this organization. When was it founded?
The organization was founded actually 20 years ago. We celebrate our birthday April the 15th of this year. And the foundation of what we do is really supporting education. Now, we do that through a couple of fundraisers that we have annually. And our big fundraiser is coming up March the 9th, which we refer to as the Heritage Day Experience. And it's truly an experience. It's 9 hours of nonstop entertainment, concerts, and the highlight of the day is the Black Heritage Day Rodeo.
Now tell us about the rodeo, because why is it so important to showcase our black cowboys out there?
Well, you know, and I want to speak to the black rodeo cowboy. Those are the people that really showcase their athleticism in bull riding, calf roping, bronc riding, steer wrestling, and more importantly, our women barrel racers. And I think it's important that people know and understand that all black rodeo cowboys and cowgirls that are just as tough, in some cases, even tougher than the people that you see on TV. But we just don't have the opportunity to showcase our talent. So what we've done is, over the past 20 years, we have been able to showcase the black cowboys and cowgirls' athletic ability inside the rodeo arena. And we'll have over 200 cowboys and cowgirls on March the 9th to do just that.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, woo! Work, work, work. All right. Woo! Welcome down to my rodeo show, where the music makes your body flow. Don't be scared, get out your chair, wave your hand and shake your there. Yeah, my rodeo show. Oh baby, my rodeo show. Hey baby, my rodeo show. Well, oh baby, my rodeo show. Woo! Too tired to stand, move your feet, snap your fingers to that Zydeco beat. By the time the show is over, you want more. Dancing, singing, that's for sure. My rodeo show. Oh, oh yeah, my rodeo show. Hey baby, my rodeo show. Well, 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 my rodeo show. Welcome everybody to my rodeo show. 5 potatoes, 6 potatoes, 7 potatoes, 8. Come on everybody, don't be late. My rodeo show. Oh baby, woo! My rodeo show. Well, 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 baby, 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 my rodeo show. Woo! Woo! My rodeo show. Well, well, baby, my rodeo show. Woo! Work, work, work. Oh yeah. Woo! Work, work, work. Baby. A rodeo show. Well, 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 baby. Woo, my rodeo show. Oh yeah, my rodeo, baby. Bring it down.
And ladies and gentlemen, the Heritage Day Experience is on March 9th, 2019. Details can be found at bpcca.com, also at zydecoevents.org. Unfortunately, I'm not able to play the full interview for you due to sports. However, you can catch the full interview on zydecoevents.org. Ladies and gentlemen, and on March 9th, 2019, that is the Heritage Day Experience in Houston, ladies and gentlemen, and details are available for you at bpcca.com or zydecoevents.org.
I had the good fortune of producing rodeos in New York City 18 years prior to starting up BPCCA 20 years ago. And the people in the city of New York, Harlem, Brooklyn, Queens, really, really appreciated the Black Cowboys and Cowgirls. And I always kind of had a void that we needed to have a big rodeo in Houston, since Houston is where most of the Black Cowboys and Cowgirls reside. So that's one of the reasons that I started BPCCA, is to help fill that void and help showcase the talents. New York was a great experience, but I'm from Houston, live in Houston, and wanted to also make available to the people that maybe cannot afford to go to the big Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, which is a phenomenal event. But sometimes it can get a little pricey, and we pride ourselves on creating a value for the family. For example, a family of 4, 2 adults and 2 kids can take $100 bill and spend all day, pay to park, pay to get in, and then have money left over for food and drinks. And largely because of our sponsors that have really supported us in a big way.
Wonderful. Now tell us about the support from the community, because I know you must have some volunteers.
Oh, yes. Something, of this size, you got to have volunteers, because if you didn't, you would have a payroll that you really couldn't afford. And people have really responded. And in fact, the volunteer part of it is really the backbone of the whole entire day. We have just really been blessed. And that's the reason we try and pass on the blessings, helping graduating high school students further their education. And I'm very proud of what we've done over the last 20 years. And we've handed out over, in fact, 174 scholarships totaling $174,000. So
That's amazing. Tell us about some of those recipients. Have they come back and just, talk to you about what this has meant to them?
Well, I got to tell you, that is a very gratifying feeling to see the young people when we first meet them, 17, 18 years old, graduating from high school. And our first interaction with the students is what we refer to as the College Prep Forum. And that's a day we spend with the young people, some of the past recipients coming back and spending time. To me, that's really a highlight because that's invaluable firsthand experience and knowledge. And they're talking to their peers. Then we also bring in a panel of professional folks to help share experiences and tips on, how to become a professional.
That's amazing. That's wonderful. You're doing two big things. I think you're showcasing how important education is, not only to the community but also to our young people by scholarship first, and then also you're showcasing all of these black professionals and black rodeo itself. That's pretty big. That's huge. I don't know if you understand the impact that you are making, not only for the next generation, but there's events that start off and never really take off. And your event or series of events, because you have a few, they started small and they just grew. And again, with the overwhelming support of the community, and you've done a great thing. So I commend you for continuing, your efforts. And I also want to ask you, what advice would you give to any organization that's looking to put together events in this caliber?
One of the good fortunes for me, I was able to join Procter & Gamble at an early age and became an executive with them. And along the way, they taught me well in how to run a business. And I started out as a rodeo cowboy as a youngster. Quickly realized, okay, it's time to grow up. And I loved the game, and I loved what it stood for. And so what I did is turn the hobby into a business, kind of a civic business, a way to give back to the community and have some fun as well. I mean, we have a lot of fun, but we work very hard. And so I would say apply business principles, business practices, and be willing to work very hard. And, there's going to be some setbacks along the way, but you got to persevere and you got to believe in what you're doing and understand what you're doing is a greater cause than yourself. And you can't be selfish. And I'm very proud to say that we don't get a salary. Nobody gets a salary. This is all, volunteer. And, there's been some people, to kind of come and go, but I have not wavered from, the principles that were established 20 years ago. So that's the little secret there that has helped us be successful over the years. And it ain't going to come overnight. I can tell you, if you're looking for, instant success, that doesn't exist. That's a dream. But lay out a plan, enroll with people, help people understand and see your vision, and be willing to work.
Now, you are also having the next generation carry that vision, because I know your daughter's involved as well.
Yeah, that's another gratifying thing. Is many years ago, when I was much younger, kids were much younger. You think about, you're working hard and you really want to leave a legacy, and you really want your kids to, come into the business. Well, you don't know until that time comes, because they may choose something different. And what I had to learn at an early age is that what BPCCA is all about is my dream. It's not theirs, but it's a great thing when they can see your dream and willing to participate in the dream. So I'm very proud to say that my kids are really involved, and at any point, they can, keep things going.
Wonderful. Tell us about your family. I know you mentioned that they're all very supportive. How many children do you have?
I have two grown kids. Both are professionals. One daughter that she works for Procter & Gamble. She has a wonderful husband, and they have 3 kids, ages 3 to 9. And I have a son. He coaches football, and he has 2, and has a lovely wife. And I've got a wife that been married to for 45 years. So we try and role model the old values of once you take a vow, you try and stick to it. So it's worked out pretty well for us. So
that's wonderful. Now, you recruited all of them to to be part of the Black Professional Cowboys and Cowgirls Association.
Yeah, I didn't give them much of a choice. They saw it from me just talking about it, and actually how it was really truly born. Once I kind of retired from going to New York, I would just often, complain about, boy, we really need to have something here. And finally my wife says, look, enough is enough. I don't want to hear about this. Go out and do something about it. Well, that was all I kind of needed to hear, to go out and create something that really, truly belonged to the people. The people have really, again, embraced what we're doing. They feel a part of it. They feel ownership, and it's theirs. That's how I get my pleasure, is watching people, particularly, the husband and wife with the kids in tow, walking around and spending most of the day and having a great time and creating memories. I want our young Black boys and girls to grow up with positive memories, and we're going to use our platform to set an example.
We're talking to Mr. Dwight Judge, the founder of the Black Professional Cowboys and Cowgirls Association, ladies and gentlemen. And this is the Zydeco Workout with your Zydeco Lady, Lola Love. Now, Mr. Judge, let's talk about Zydeco music. Why Zydeco music at the rodeo?
Well, it's synonymous with Black rodeo. I mean, you really can't have one without the other. It's just the same as the white rodeos, country and western. That's their music of choice. So it's really one that people, particularly here in the South and in Houston and the surrounding areas, they love Zydeco. That is the music of choice. So being connected to the rodeo, I mean, you can't have one without the other.
Tell us how you were introduced to Zydeco music.
Well, let me take your listeners way back. When I was a little boy, growing up in the Catholic Church, we had the traditional hall, right? They used to call Zydeco Lala.
That's what I'm talking about, yes.
Did I take you back?
Yes.
So that tells you right there, how long I've been involved and exposed to Zydeco. So, as we would, back then it was a family event. You kind of packed everybody up and you went to the Lala. Mm-hmm. And I would tell the story to some of the younger people. Now, quite honestly, I don't know where they got the name Zydeco from, because the only thing I ever knew was the la-la. And, it was the accordions and the instruments that they play today. But, everything has to change, and I really love the Zydeco music. That, I don't want to say the young people, but the people of today that are playing. Mm-hmm. You can't forget about the old la-la. Boy, I tell you, it was amazing to see at the time older people dancing, and it was like truly work when they danced. A song probably lasted 20 minutes.
You mentioned the dancing now. I have to say, and I have to remind our listeners, the waltz, it's a big part of Zydeco music and Creole culture. And every time that we are on the air, we have to play at least one waltz, just to remind people, to bring them back.
We talked about tradition and keeping things, moving forward. Well, I don't see Zydeco ever ending. I see a new evolution. As I shared earlier, it went from the la-la where, a tune lasted 20 minutes and everybody was all exhausted and sweaty and from dancing, to what it is today. So I just don't ever see it going away. In fact, here in the Houston area, it's getting stronger.
Okay, tell us a little bit about, you have a couple of fundraisers. You want to touch upon each one of them briefly, and where can people find out more information about your organization, the Black Professional Cowboys and Cowgirls Association?
Well, you have to go to the website. That's where all of the information is housed. And we welcome people to go on and find out about us and also the events that we do. But we kick off the year with our Boots and Diamonds dance in January. It's every January. It's kind of tied into the Martin Luther King weekend. It's that Saturday. And it's become a phenomenal event. It's one that sells out every year before Christmas. And believe it or not, this is very true, we've already got people buying tables for next year. So that gives you, an indication how important it is to people. And, it's another family event where people get a chance to visit with folks they hadn't seen in a while and meet new friends. And it's really a really nice event. It kind of kicks off our season. And then several weeks later, where we are today, is the Heritage Day experience. And then in June, we have our BPCCA honors, and that's when we recognize our scholarship recipients, and also we recognize several people, from the community that we refer to as trailblazers that have really done, an outstanding and made an outstanding contribution in the area. That's the three, public events, and I spoke earlier about the college prep forum. That's more of a closed event, but those are the kind of the four events that we do every year.
Great. Now, ladies and gentlemen, more information, again, is listed on the website, bpcca.com. That's the Black Professional Cowboys and Cowgirls Association. And I want to thank Mr. Dwight Judge. Thank you so much for spending time with us and giving us a little bit of history behind your organization and the series of events that you host, because they matter so much to our community, and we really appreciate everything that you've done. So thank you.
Well, I would like to thank Lola for what she does in keeping Zydeco in the forefront, particularly for the people in the Houston area, because it is the music of choice here in the South. And as I said, you can't think of rodeo without thinking Zydeco and the wonderful work that she does in keeping it in front of the people. So, Lola, thank you, and we're looking forward to seeing you ride a bull on March the 9th.
I'll be there.
I don't know about the bull thing.
I know.
Right? Yeah, we don't know about the bull thing, but maybe a horse or something,
Exactly.
But looking forward to having you in our presence.
The Zydeco Historical and Preservation Society is a grassroots nonprofit 501c3 organization dedicated to the preservation, understanding, and development of Zydeco music, history, and culture, as well as rural Black Creole culture of Southwest Louisiana and Texas. Support the Zydeco Historical and Preservation Society by making your contributions today at zhps.org. That's zhps.org.